Morning, kitty kitties. You guys want to get some food? You want to get some food? Yeah. Oh. Come on. Yep, where's the bowl? Yeah. Yeah. You're just gonna get right in there, huh, Ozzy? You're gonna get right in there? Oh, boy. Yeah. Come on, boys. Come on. They are going to be totally released soon. They are doing really, really good, guys. And because they used to never share their food, but now they're sharing, and it's so cute. So. Huh, kitties? Yeah. Unfortunately, Millie does not like them, so we are gonna house them on our back porch of the house, and she will stay here. So they will kind of have, I know, I'll get you some food. They will have their own domains. There you go, my girl. Because they are sweet, sweet boys. Water, 1 cup of starter. We have been waiting for a while to get our berries. Hopefully they come soon so I can start grinding those, because that flour is so much healthier. And right now I'm just keeping my flour, or my starter, alive with organic all-purpose flour. Looking for some honey. Almost out of honey. This is my organic all-purpose flour. Now, one of the things, because we did order a mock mill, and that's coming in March. Unfortunately, they are behind. So, feed my starter really quick here. We are just going to freeze our berries until then and put them through Ninja Blender and see if that works. So, I'll get that going. I didn't want to forget to feed my starter. I have a tendency to do that, so I stopped in the middle of making my bread and fed my starter. I like to make it a consistency of a little bit of paste, kind of like between a pancake and a paste. And I'm about to probably today put this starter in the fridge so I don't have to keep on feeding it until I get my other einkorn, and then I'll start feeding it with the einkorn again. Because we really don't want to make too many loaves of regular bread, because it's just not good for us. It just promotes too much sugar in our bodies. So 4 cups of flour for this, and then 2 tablespoons of honey. I think I only got 1 tablespoon of honey in here, and then a teaspoon and a half of salt. Messy, messy cook. I like to just mix it with the dough hook really good and then get my hands in there. Now this makes a nice moist dough, which is great for rising and I made this loaf all in one day. It's nice because I have a lid for this. And right now I got stuff going on the stove, and so I'm just keeping it by the stove. A lot of times I put it in the back of my stove. I do have a proofer, but why turn it on if I don't need to? So I was going to cut my we are going to make the boys a house like this too, but somehow going to implement, well, we'll probably just put their blankets in there. Maybe put their cage kind of in there until they get used to being outside, because they haven't been outside cats. So we just want to do the right thing by them and keep them close. Today I'm making some sourdough bread, just some normal sourdough bread. I'm waiting for my berries to come in for my einhorn flour. So this is just a normal organic flour sourdough loaf. So 2 cups of elderberry back, but it is too late because these already have buds on them. So because of that, I'm not going to cut it back. I might cut out the stalks that aren't have any buds on them, but so I'm not going to propagate a bunch of elderberry, unfortunately, this year. We'll do it next year, one more year. So this first one is 3 years old, and that's the one I was going to cut back and just leave the others. So because I waited too long, and the weather that we've had that has been really, like, we've had some really warm spells, like in this high 70s, almost 80 degrees. And so this thing went ahead and bloomed, or started its process. And so I am not going to be propagating elderberry this year, unfortunately. That's okay. I've got plenty of other stuff that I'm working on around the homestead, and I have a lot of cleanup to do in the garden. So next year. Now for some stretch and folds. You'll see the dough go from a shaggy dough to a more glossier dough. I did about 5 of these. I only show one. So I do 2 more stretch and folds that I don't show. And then for my bulk rise, because right now I have plant starts growing in my pantry, I just put it on the heating pad in there. And it made a really good, nice bulk rise. So here she is, all done 8 hours later.